Hey, so today I'm making some sauteed salmon with a creamy garlic sauce with spinach and sun-dried tomato. I have my pan preheated and I have my fish. This is salmon seasoned with garlic and herb and salt. And I also used some of the sun-dried tomato oil, and that's at the bottom. And my pan is preheated. We're gonna go ahead and add in our salmon. I'm using our stainless non-stick skillet for this. And note that I'm doing the pretty side down first, because that'll be the side that gets presented. And we're just gonna let this hang out until it's ready to flip. So this is pale halfway up the salmon, so I know it's time to flip. Okay, now that our salmon is cooked through, we're going to take it off the heat and just kind of plate it over here. And then we're going to pick up all of this goodness down here with some butter. Then add 6 cloves of pressed garlic and a small onion. And add some salt. Give her a stir. Next, we're going to add in some sun-dried tomatoes and stir those around. Once that's had a chance to cook for a couple minutes, I'm going to add in 1/3 cup of chicken broth. I usually use white wine, but we don't have any. And I'm also going to add 1 2/3 cup of half and half. I'm going to bring this to a simmer, and then we're going to add in some cheese and a little bit of cornstarch. Now that this has had a chance to simmer and get all bubbly, we're going to add in 3 cups of spinach. And this is going to cook down and get all shriveled up and wrinkly, and it won't be nearly as big in the pan once it's cooked down. This is starting to smell delicious. So now we're going to add in some cornstarch. This is going to thicken the sauce. And first, you definitely want to mix it with some chicken broth or some cream. I mix it with chicken broth or even water. And this is going to make sure that your sauce doesn't get clumpy when we add this in it. And we're just going to kind of drizzle it in there. And then over time, this is going to thicken this up. You can always add more, or if you feel like it's too thick, you can add some more half and half or broth or even water to the pan to thin it down a little bit. Okay, next we're going to add in some freshly grated Parmesan cheese. By the way, whenever you get down to this rind part, don't throw it out, save it, stick it in your freezer, and you can use it in your soups and stews. Just throw the whole rind in your soup and it will be delicious. So we're going to fold in the cheese. There is a big difference between freshly grated Parmesan and the stuff that comes in the jar, by the way. See how this is getting nice and thick, and it'll continue to thicken as it cooks. So then I'm just going to add in the salmon back into the pan. And I'm just gonna let that simmer till we're ready to eat. right, so this is all finished. I made up some rice in our rice cooker. You could serve this over quinoa, over pasta, farro, cauliflower rice, whatever you want. So I would probably just stick some rice on here. I'm going to try to do this with a spoon because I put my tongs elsewhere. And then serve up some of the sauce over top of it. So delicious. Enjoy.